Tonight, the FBI says there are about 1,100 names on that list. Yesterday, the mayor said there were 850. The discrepancy is because that list is actually made of a bunch of other lists. Information from Maui Emergency Management, Federal Emergency Management, Red Cross, and others. That's why the FBI is now asking for the public to contact them with more information to help them figure out who really belongs on that list. An example, someone may have called in Uncle Kimo as missing, but the FBI doesn't have anything else. They need phone numbers. They need a description. They need a last known location. Once they get a more accurate number, they may publicize that list to help reconcile the names and find closure.
Please, if you have already submitted complaints, whether to the Maui Police Department about a missing person or the FBI or anyone else, please follow back up to ensure that they have the most up-to-date and accurate information.
Our plea to encourage people to come to the Family Assistance Center is really impactful for our testing, because we don't want to end up in a situation where we've generated results from remains that have come in from the disaster, but we don't have anyone to search against them.
At this news conference today at the county building, reporters also wanted to know what the mayor knew as the fires raged the night of August 8th. He admitted that communication was poor. He was unaware of the extent of the crisis, even as people were in the ocean trying to avoid the flames.
I can't tell you what contributed to what, because what also happened during that time is our police department was going around Lahaina making personal pleas, going to people's homes, knocking on doors. They were also using their speakers on their vehicles, asking everyone to evacuate. So that was happening also. I wasn't aware of that until later as well. So there's lots of information that came out, some of it concurrent with what was happening and some of it later.
There was also a fire engine that lost communication when the fires broke out in Lahaina. Of course, what went wrong the night of the fires will be part of an independent review ordered by the Attorney General's office. Communication's been so critical, and the county says it is making progress by setting up more Starlink sites and other temporary hubs to get internet and cell services up again.
We're into an area now where we have challenges of layers of 4-story buildings, 2-story buildings that are on top of each other. And our job is now to delayer those buildings, make space for us to go ahead and go through it. Once we delayer it, check it out, delayer it, check it out, and continue with that. So a lot of these buildings were either Quonset hut style buildings made of metal that are bent down to where we can't enter. So we're using heavy equipment for all of those type of searches.
And now more information being released by the county today. 100% of the single-story homes in the burn zone have now been searched. There are 342 emergency personnel and 50 canine units in the area. It's very difficult work in a toxic environment. And today authorities acknowledge they may never recover some of the victims because there's simply nothing left. The county released a map today showing the areas that have been searched. Multi-story buildings, including apartment complexes and office buildings, are much more difficult for the search crews. And those search crews say they hope to have the rest of the area searched in the next 2 weeks. But again, the headline here on Maui today is authorities asking the public to help them find more information about people on that missing persons list to move closer to closure. At the Maui Police Department, I'm Keahi Tucker, Hawaii News Now.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.